Yes, it is a packed show. I don't mind telling you. I don't mind bragging about South Australia either. Our next guest, of course, Craig Warman, joins us from the Southern Footy League Board. A very special guest in Frank Owen, who was a former president of the Morphett Vale RSL. Big week, of course, Monday, Anzac Day footy. What's it mean to the Southern Footy League?
Mate, it's a really big day for us. In conjunction with the Morphett Vale RSL, we set up a competition where, for the last 11 years, we've had a replay of our grand final. So you can expect a blockbuster game on Monday between Brighton and Ranella.
Frank, we're just speaking during the break about the renaissance of interest in Anzac Day, and you've been a big part of seeing that grow. Can you put a finger on why and how much enjoyment you get out of watching it grow and the day respected?
I think one of the things that was a bit of a catalyst for getting more and more people there, because as I said, we started out with about 250 coming to a dawn service. We reckon we were doing okay. Back in 2011, anyway, about 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Don't ask me any maths questions. We started the RSL Anzac Youth Vigil in the south.
Yes.
And we got cadets from several of the youth of the organisations, CFS, St John Ambulance, Scouts, Guides, and they form a vigil around the monument for the 12 hours preceding the dawn service. Mm-hmm. And since that's happened, our numbers have increased. And last year we had our best turnout. We were told that was at least 15,000. That was police and council.
Incredible.
We reckon it was probably about 17,000.
And what a great testimony to the spirit that we're all wanting to keep alive. And I think that sort of spirit's important, not only in sport, but in the community to have that bond. So, I mean, you must get great satisfaction out of that.
I'm proud as punch.
Yeah, good on you. Well done. You should be.
The Southern Footy League's got a bit of history going with it now, with the RSL and the Anzac Day game. When did it start?
It started back, I think Frank and I had a bit of a discussion back in 2004 to actually make this a big event for the Southern Footy League. And in conjunction with Frank, we've been able to get a plaque done up and contributions from all of the local,
see there,
all of the local sub branches that are covered in the Southern Football League area. Donated some money to get this plaque up and running. The plaque lists the name of all the previous winners of the Captain Malpas medal.
All right, so the best on ground. Let's talk a little bit about Captain James Stanley, because he's a digger.
Yes.
World War One, a pretty impressive record.
Very impressive record. He was one of 9 children to Henry and Anne Malpas.
They should get a medal
from Willunga. True. Well, you know what these people at Willunga like? Taffy was one of 14. And also, again, a digger. He was with the 27th Battalion.
There he is there, yeah,
27th Battalion. Rather a dapper-looking gentleman.
Yes.
And again was awarded the Military Cross for gallantry and bravery during his time on the 5th of November 1916 for the Battle of Filly in France. And again, came to notice with the Southern Football League because when we started this journey with the RSL, of course, we've got him as a previous president. Wow. So what better man to have a Best on Ground medal named after than Captain Malpas? You know,
you see a lot of medals that get handed out for all sorts of things, gold medals for Olympics, Best on Ground here. Some of them have a real significance. And I know, talking to former AFL players that have played in the big Essendon Collingwood clash, when they get the medal for Best on Ground, they rate that right next to the Premiership medal. How do you reckon the fellas that have received it previously rate getting the James Stanley medal?
Mate, I think they rate it very, very highly. In our league, it would probably run second to what we have as our equivalent to the McGarry medal, the male medal. Yeah. This is probably the next best one to be able to win. And it's interesting to note there's a couple of blokes that have won 2 of them, namely Shane Bradshaw, who won last year's medal from Ranella Football Club, and also Braden Bailey from the Morphett Vale Football Club.
Frank, your association with the Southern Footy League and the RSL, been a good marriage?
Absolutely wonderful. I have had so much fulfilment and fun and met some great people. And my mate Craig here is one of them. We started talking, as I said, about in 2004, and I decided I'd get all of these sub-branches in the catchment area. It was Port Noarlunga, Christie's Beach, Morford Vale, Marion, Brighton and Plimton Glenelg sub-branches. They all contributed towards this and now it's going to live on forever.
Fantastic. We should take a quick look while we're talking about the games themselves with the support. It's a big weekend of footy, but there's a little bit to get through to as well.
Yeah, of course, we've got Cove and Christie's Beach. Christie's Beach came back from a loss with the Battle of the Sock for the round one, so they're up and about. They've got their first 2 points on the board. Happy Valley and O'Sullivan's Beach, you'd probably tip Happy Valley in that one after losing to Morphy Parks last week. Flagstaff Hill and Morpher Vale, probably other than the Monday game, would be the match of the round. Morpher Vale got tanned up a little bit by Noarlunga, who were pretty disappointing the week before against Brighton. So Morpher Vale will be looking for a little bit of revenge there. And we've got a local derby in Port Noarlunga and Noarlunga. Noarlunga coming off a good win. Porty's 2 from 2, so it's always a good one. Match of the day for Tribe on Saturday will be the clash at Shark Park, Aldinga versus Marion.
What are you going to come in with next week? Because we've had the Battle of the Sock last week. Now we've got the James Stanley Medal. What's going to happen next week? Have you got something?
Mate, I can tell you, don't be surprised, but I'll keep it in suspense.
All right, it's time for us to go to a break. Frank, really nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Need a few more medals on the chest, mate. We can talk about those all day. Craig, always good to catch up, mate. Time to go to a break. Back with more in a moment.
Excellent.